Hello everyone and welcome to Kiru's online lectures. I am Kiraj Jhamtani and today's topic is complex number. See, in part 1 we already discussed introduction, integral power of iota, imaginary quantities, complex number and equality of complex numbers. In part 2 we discussed operation of complex numbers, conjugate, modulus of complex number. In part 3, multiplicative inverse and square root of complex number was studied. Now in today's video, that is in part 4, we are going to study how to find argument of a complex number. For finding argument of a complex number, we should know how to represent these complex numbers. So complex numbers are represented in three forms. The one is geometrical form, second one is vectorial form, and the third one is trigonometrical form or polar form. Coming on to geometrical representation of complex number, let's suppose I am provided with a complex number z is equals to x plus iy. It is represented by a point, that is x comma y, on the plane, and that plane is known as Argand plane. Now this is x axis and this is y axis, over here minus x axis minus y axis. The point is lying over here, x comma y. So this plane on the point x y on the plane is known as Argand plane. So to represent this z is equals to x plus iy geometrically, we basically take two mutually perpendicular lines as we have seen over here, x o x dash, y o y dash. We will plot these points, these coordinates on the graph, and thus the complex number is represented. Over here the x denotes the real part and y denotes the imaginary part. So this is a plane basically which represents complex number geometrically, and this is known as complex plane, or we call it as a Argand plane, or we call it as a Gaussian plane. So this point P is plotted on the Argand plane and it is called Argand diagram. So the length of the line segment OP we can calculate by applying Pythagoras theorem. We'll draw perpendicular over here, this is M point. So the length line segment OP is called basically modulus of Z. So OP square is equals to OM square plus MP square. Thus OP can be written as, this is the length y and this is x. So OP square can be written as x square plus y square. Thus OP will be written as root of x square plus y square. So mod of z will be under root x square plus y square, that is under root real number of z ka square plus imaginary number of y ka square. Now coming on to the angle, this is the angle theta which OP makes with positive direction of x axis in anti-clockwise sense. This angle theta is only known as argument, yeah, we call it as amplitude of z, and it is denoted by argument of z or amplitude of z. Now if we apply over here the trigonometric concept, that is tan theta will be PM perpendicular upon base. So here tan theta will be PM upon OM, thus we will get y by x. So theta will be tan inverse of y by x. This is how we can find this angle theta. Now this angle theta, it has many values differing by the multiples of 2 pi. So on the basis of this, the different signs of the complex numbers, we have the real and imaginary parts. So there will be different types of argument. So argument we have to calculate of z is equals to x plus iy, where x and y both are positive. That means x and y both are lying in the first quadrant. So when they are lying in the first quadrant, this angle is theta, and we know tan theta is equals to y by x over here. So if x and y both are positive, argument is basically given by, that means the value of theta is given by tan inverse of y by x. Now over here this theta is only alpha. This was argument for z is equals to x plus I y. Coming on to next, where x is smaller than 0, means we have z is equals to x plus I y, but x is smaller than 0 and y is greater than 0. X is smaller, that means x is lying on the negative x axis and y is lying on the positive, that means this point is over here. So the angle with the x axis is this one, alpha, and this angle will be, because this full is 180 degree, so theta will be pi minus alpha. Now over here x is smaller than 0, y is greater than 0, so point is lying in the second quadrant. So theta is the argument of z and alpha is the acute angle which is satisfying condition. Tan alpha is what? Y by x. So as we know over here theta is pi minus alpha. So putting this value, theta is what? Pi minus alpha. Thus if x is smaller than 0 and y is greater than 0, the argument of z is equals to x plus iy is, argument will be pi minus alpha, that is the value of theta will be pi minus alpha. Coming on to third, argument of z is equals to x plus iy, but where x is smaller than 0, y is smaller than 0. Now both are smaller than 0, that means these both points will lie in the third quadrant. This is xy. Now as we know this angle with the x axis is alpha and this angle will be theta is equals to minus pi minus alpha. So again we know tan alpha is y by x, but over here we will obtain theta. Theta in this case will be minus of pi minus alpha. So this is how we can find out argument for the complex number which is lying in the third quadrant. Coming on to next concept, that is argument of z is equals to x plus iy, where x is greater than 0, y is less than 0. That means over here now the point is lying on fourth quadrant, x comma y. Now this angle will be alpha, and if we compare this angle with the theta, so over here theta will be minus alpha. So as we know tan alpha is y by x, we will find out the value of alpha, and theta will be minus of alpha. So with the help of this concept we can find out the argument of any complex number. Coming on to the question, we have to find modulus and argument of 1 plus root 3i. Now over here if we compare this complex number with the standard one, that is z is equals to x plus iy, so x will be 1, y will be root 3. Tan alpha, we know tan alpha is y by x, that is root 3 by 1. So tan alpha will be root 3 by 1, that is root 3 is tan 60 degree. So the value of alpha will be 60 degree, or we can write it like this, pi by 3. Now as over here the x is greater than 0, y is also greater than 0, because x is 1, y is root 3, both are greater than 0. So this will lie in first quadrant. For first quadrant the value of theta is alpha only, so therefore over here the argument will be pi by 3 only. So argument of z is what? Alpha, which is pi by 3. Coming on to next, and yes, we have to find over here modulus of z also. So modulus of z will be x square plus y square, which is 1 square plus root 3 square. So it will be 1 plus 3, which is square root 4, then it is 2. So this is how we can calculate modulus of z. Coming on to next question, we have to find over here modulus and argument of 1 plus I upon 1 minus I. So first we will solve this complex number. So we will multiply 1 plus I upon 1 plus I. On solving it, we will get 1 plus I square plus 2I upon 1 minus I square. 1 minus 1 will get 0, 2I by 2. Thus here we will get I. So z is equals to I. Modulus of z will be x square plus y square. X is 0, 0 plus 1, square root of 1, which is 1. Tan alpha is y by x. Y is 1, 1 by 0, that is infinite. So we know tan alpha is equals to infinity value is tan pi by 2. So this and this will be cancelled. We will get alpha to be what? Pi by 2. Again over here, since real number z is 0 and imaginary value of z is 1, which is greater than 0, so it will lie on the y axis. So therefore argument of z is equals to alpha, which is equals to pi by 2. Coming on to now the vectorial representation of a complex number. See any complex number z which is equals to x plus iy. It can be represented by the position vector OP of a point xy in two-dimension plane, because a complex number depends on two things. The one, modulus, second on its argument. Let's suppose I have drawn over here the complex number z. Over here the complex number is represented by this OP. This OP is a vector. So this complex number z is represented by vector OP. So z is equals to x plus iy, and in such case mod of z is basically the length. Over here we can see the length OP, and argument of z is the angle. So when it is represented in vector form, it is known as vectorial representation. Coming on to polar or trigonometrical form of a complex number, as we have already seen, this is x axis, y axis, any point is lying over here, x comma y, this is P point OP, and this one is the angle made with the x axis. So we know over here this OP is the mod of z. So cos theta, if we have to find, cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. So here base is x, hypotenuse is mod of z. So this is cos theta. Thus the value of x will be mod of z into cos theta. Similarly sin theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, which will be y by mod of z. So the value of y will be mod of z into sin theta. So when we find these values in terms of trigonometrical forms, so that form is known as polar form. Thus we know z is equals to x plus iy. Now substituting these values over here, in place of x we will write mod of z cos theta plus I into mod of z sin theta. So this representation is only known as polar form. And theta, as we have studied, tan theta is y by x. For different quadrants the theta value changes. So we have all studied all these concepts. Now these concepts will be put in one question and we will be solving it. So the question is, we have to write the following complex number in the polar form. That means we are provided with a complex number z is equals to minus 3 root 2 plus 3 root 2i. Over here first of all we will calculate mod of z. Now over here x is what? Minus 3 root 2. That means x is smaller than 0. Y is 3 root 2. Y is greater than 0. X is smaller than 0. That means it is lying in second quadrant. So mod of z will be x square plus y square, 3 root 2 square, that is 3 ka square 9, 9 into 2 18. Similarly 3 का square 9, 9 into 2 18, 18 plus 18 which is 36, so mod of z will be 6. Now we'll calculate tan alpha. Tan alpha is y by x, so here y by x will get, because it is mod, so we'll get 1. So tan alpha is tan 45, so alpha will be 45 degree, that is pi by 4. Now since this point z lies in the second quadrant, therefore argument of this, that is theta, will be pi minus alpha. This is pi minus pi by 4, so this will be 3 pi by 4. So this is the theta, the value of theta for this particular complex number. Now we have to represent this complex number in the form of, in polar form. So as I told, polar form z is basically represented by mod of z into cos theta plus I sin theta. So here mod of z we calculated is 6. Cos theta, the value of theta is cos 3 pi by 4. The value of sin theta, that is sin 3 pi by 4. So this is how any complex number can be converted into the polar form. So in today's video we studied how to calculate argument of any complex number for the given 4 quadrants, and we calculated also the modulus, and then we studied how to convert a complex number into the polar form. Hope you guys are finding videos helpful. So do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.